Future world with nanotechnology. Nanotechnology can be defined as a branch of science and engineering devoted to designing and producing using structures, devices, and systems that are of nanoscale. Even though the concept of nanotechnology was invented in 1959 by an American physicist called Richard Feynman, the use of nanoparticles existed in a larger scale in times far back as in 4th century BC in Rome. This is evident by the light-Gauss cup, which uses nanoparticles to emit red color when a light is shined through it. The first ever proper use of modern nanotechnology can be seen in 1974 by a Japanese scientist by the name of Norio Taniguchi, who used nanotechnology to explain the processes of a semiconductor. And ever since, a rapid development in nanotechnology was seen throughout all sectors. Nanotechnology can range all the way from a system of few molecules to nano-sized electronic devices. Now let us look at few significances of nanotechnology and how they are projected to improve in the future. The textile industry is a rapidly growing sector with an annual revenue generation of about 1 trillion, and nanotechnologies have been enhanced since the early 2000s. Nanotechnology allows to alter substances at molecular level, hence creating new materials known as nanomaterials. These nanomaterials are integrated into existing cloths made of silk and cotton to give them unique and useful properties. For an example, cloths which are coated with nanofibers tend to absorb water easily compared to normal cloths. And by the use of nanoviscose, which are hydrocarbon 0.01 times the normal cotton fiber, water-repelling hydrophobic clothing materials can be produced. A wide variety of specialized cloths can be produced using nanotechnology, such as UV protection cloths by integrating UV blocking compounds such as zinc oxide in nano levels, fabrics with superior strengths made by using nanofibers, and many more. Moreover, nanotechnological laboratories are currently developing a type of silk which is synthetically produced instead of relying on silkworms. This is done by using DNA of silkworms synthesized using nanotechnology. A new form of leather is also being developed which can be made from pineapples or mushroom instead of from animals. Another sector in which nanotechnology has had a significant impact is the health sector. The nanotechnology used in this sector is known as nanomedicine, and it is used in diagnostic stage as well as in this treatment stage. In early days, doctors had to approximate the condition of a patient to a certain extent. This is since the diagnostic methods were limited to the visible macro range. The development of drugs and vaccines can also be assisted by the nanotechnology, as it allows the scientists to observe and alter DNA patterns. The treatments for cancer, such as delivering chemotherapy via nanoparticles, where these drugs can be directed specifically towards the infected cells, minimizing the damage done to the healthy cells and tissue constructions using nanotechnology to heal wounds, can be taken as an example. Ongoing projects such as nanosensors, which will be capable of detecting diseases, and the use of nanoparticles instead of harmful rays for medical imaging could potentially revolutionize the health sector. Most of us in the modern era use electronics, and those electronic devices has become more efficient as well as more compact over the last few years. This was made possible using nanotechnology. Intel, for an example, which is a leading electronic device manufacturer, now offers processors with 5 nanometer chips, whereas 18 years ago the chip size was 200 millimeters. The development in nanotechnology has allowed engineers to create more powerful and more efficient electronic devices while utilizing a small space and in a cost-effective manner. Nanodots, which is a type of nano-electronic device, condenses data into very small portions and stores it inside them. And these nanodots might eventually replace hard drives. Even though nanotechnology grants many advantages, a few drawbacks can be seen. Firstly, the cost of raw materials and the cost of production is high, and since the nanotechnology is fairly recent streamlined technology, the stability and the reliability of certain nanotechnological products is questionable and still in laboratory stages. In the process of producing nanoparticles in medical applications, it is unclear about the side effects that can occur due to the use of such particles, and further research must be done. When taken into consideration, nanotechnology has allowed humans to reach great heights and can greatly benefit humans in advancing into future world by aiding in the development of medical, technological, and many other sectors. Even though relatively basic nanotechnologies are used at present, it can be expected to be used in very large scale in near future.